Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back. Good to see everybody. Good to see you all. Hopefully bright and early and enjoying the morning. There's a couple of good moving stocks. We're looking forward to this AIFF. Nice little pop on this thing, up 40%. I know some of you guys jumped in it. We'll talk a little about that, talk about some of the videos that we posted out. We had a couple of, let me tell you, last week was one crazy week. What a great swing trades in the market. The tariffs obviously becoming very big affected, causing a lot of uncertainty, let's just say. And from what I've been reading and what I've been seeing, I think we're not going to probably see anything probably for about another 6 to 8 weeks from what I heard, where the effective the tariffs are going to happen. But some of the stocks are doing really, really well. Big week in earnings last week. We saw what happened with Amazon, Google, Microsoft, all of them. I think what's a big one? Disney's coming out this week. A couple other ones too coming out this week. But there's and then we also got the Fed that's talking. They're going to be meeting this week. We'll see if they're going to be cutting rates or whatever. And I'll share that with you as I hear and what I see what they're chit-chatting about. Anyway, regarding about the market and what happened last week, we had a couple of good stocks I just want to touch upon for some of you guys missed out on it. Or if you miss visiting us for the first time, a couple of really nice inexpensive stocks that did really well. KidZ did really well on Friday. That stock ran from $7 all the way to $10. Really nice push. And then we had this little crash right there, and that's when we obviously started breaking lower lows. But overall, nice little mover, very inexpensive, nice little stock. Wolf was another one. I personally like the Wolf trade a lot better. It was a really nice, consistent move at 9:30. Had a nice little slingshot up there. What was nice about the Wolf trade, and I know some of you took phase 2 last week, which we're going to have phase 3 that's going to start tomorrow for all of you students that are part of Cybertrade University, tomorrow and Wednesday. And, and don't forget, today is Monday, which is Traders Talk with Josh. We're going to be live broadcasting on social networks, and he talked about some of these stocks. This one was a really good one on Friday. I know he talked about it in phase 2. Nice trend. What was beautiful about this stock, it had a beautiful Fausto flag. And what a breakout after $4. Beautiful stock ran to $4.80. That one stock basically just paid your day. And you know what? I still like her. I still like it. It's still a nice little move. It's trading at the highs of the day. You could see here long-term stock took a very big hit. Nice little move. Everything we're looking for in an inexpensive stock. HIMS also, big runner on HIMS. Obviously we know about that HIMS, teamed up with Nuvo on the news on their weight loss drug. So HIMS is also nice push. It's been a great swing trade. I mean, you could see here when that news came out, the stock was up at close to 70, dropped down to 25. And then ever since that news came out, 25 to 40, almost a double right there on the swing trade. And she's still very strong. A couple other stocks also that did amazing. Okay. Brand name stocks too. I don't know if you want to call them brand name or not, but Archer, great move on that stock too, on a swing trade. That stock, basically the drone stocks have been doing great. The military has been, what you call it, they're coming out with this big, bill at Congress. And a lot of it is going to be towards border control, military, all that stuff, taxes. So I think these stocks are going to get a really big boost. But Archer, very nice little moving stock, nice little trend. What I want to talk a little about these two is that they had big iceberg orders, which is also very key. You know what? If you're a fan of Archer, if you're a fan of Palantir, you're not a fan, whatever it may be, it's all about following the money. I'm going to bring that up. But Archer, did really well. And Palantir was just absolutely fabulous on Friday. I mean, this thing, I bought more. I averaged up. Okay. And I did a video on it. I don't know if you guys watched it on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, but it did go viral. And it was talking about, basically this big iceberg order on Palantir. So this stock, you could see it. We watched it take a very big hit, went all the way down to the lows. You could see here around 67. It's literally up about 100%. Testing a major resistance levels right here. You can see it right there. Major resistance levels. Now, I want to bring this up and show you what we got right here. That iceberg order is still out there for 125. That is the magic number right there, 125. Now, if you notice, it's at 32,000 shares. Now, that's not the same price that I showed you in the video. because we're in pre-market, a lot of the program trading kick in. That order was at 400,000. That is correct. That is about 10 times what that price is. And if we can get past that, this stock could take off. Now, I'm going to let you know, I was listening on some of the financial stations. I was actually listening an analyst this morning that did talk about it. And what was amazing about this whole thing is that they said that first of all, we know about the contract they signed with NATO, and that obviously had a big boost to it when it was right below 100, and that also took it off. But they're also one of the probably the biggest in AI, and AI they're projecting by 2030 is going to be a $1 trillion industry. And I think they said they have like 5%, 10%, 7% of the profit share, and they're what, a $50 billion company. So you do the math, how much more that's going to bring their revenues up. So I'm really, really curious to see how their earnings announcement is going to play out. But Palantir also put it back on the watch list, PLTR. It's going to be fun. Now, if you're watching on social media and you want to be able to have some fun, you want to log in and watch a live trade, take your phone, scan the QR code, top right-hand corner, because I'm going to be so focused to see what happens when we get close to 125. Now, regarding about other stocks that are moving on the watch list, we have the stock AIFF. She looks like she has a big pop. Looks she's backing off right now. Are there any orders out there? Yeah, you see she was testing a big order out here. You can see it here around 520. Let me show you a little bit more. You can see they started showing up, starting to push it down. Not seeing any buyers. Could it be back on the downtrend? Listen, stock traded 14 million shares in pre-market. Everything we're looking for. Good volatility. You know, this could be a little bit of a sell-off just in pre-market, some profit taking. We'll see how the market opens up. This one, not a big fan of it. Big pop, came back down. That was early in the morning. This stock, big move from Friday. You can see it right here. And she's still holding pretty strong right here. Very cheap, very inexpensive, very tradable. PLRZ is going on the watch list. Z-Car has been just doing really, really good too. But she did back off. Looks like she's coming back a little bit. Z-Car, we had fun with that stock. That was on Thursday when it ran from like $4 all the way to $18. So it could, we know how it trades. We know it's got good volatility, and it's going to make the Fausto watch list. All right, so we're going to put that one up there. What else we got here? Finger, not really much out there. Now we're getting close to about the 10%. So we're going to scratch out these stocks right here. Losers. Nothing really there on the losers. New York Stock Exchange, we got this GPUS that's moving up pretty nicely. 34 million shares, very tradable. Let's see what the orders look like out there. GPUS. Let's see what we got on iceberg orders. All right, here we go. So you got a big order. It just showed up $15,000 at $3. So it's going to probably push that down. A little bit here at 208. You can see it's kind of consolidating right here. So nice little move. GPUS. So orders starting to come in right now. So it's probably going to push it down. But who knows? Skechers, I guess, is a buyout right here. I think we just got bought out. Yep, just got bought out. Skechers. So we could scratch that one out right there. So don't be going back and looking at it. This is ETF. BTU. We used to trade all these stocks, but looks like they're moving, but 7%. Losers, anything getting crushed over here? UMAC, we traded. A lot of gold stocks right here. And that pretty much does it. All right. And what is let's go back, check out Tesla trade. So let's go back here from Friday. We had a really nice move on Tesla. Big pop, went to 11.13, came down a lot actually. And NVIDIA, still holding pretty strong. That's been doing pretty well too. So we are actually trading the ETF on that, NVDL. All right. So we're doing pretty well on all those, on the swing trades. All right, guys. Linda Randy says, NITO under $1 in pre-market. What does the level 4 say? Well, let's go hop and go check it out. Randy, right? NITO. Let's go see. Let me bring it up. Let me bring up the stock over here. NITO. Really nice push on that NITO. And what level 4 is showing us right here. All right, we're getting some ladders kicking in right here. You can see it right here. Ladder right there at 70. Looks like he got filled. Another order show up here at 75 cents. So Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks like the orders are getting filled. So stock, really nice push. Nice call. 40 cents up to 60 cents. Just remember, the reason why we don't like to trade stocks under a dollar is because you're dealing with fractions of a penny. So spreads get pretty ugly. Good morning to you, Rich. All right. So anything else I'm missing, fellow traders? Remember, traders talk today at 12 o'clock. Phase 3 going on this week. Fed meeting. And, listen, if there's a couple of more earnings, big earnings are coming out. Here's the list of earnings. Let me share that with you so you guys could see what we got going on. So we got Palantir after the close. That's going to be a huge one to watch for today. So definitely looking forward to that one, obviously, because you own it. Ferrari's a pretty good one. Revlon would be pretty good. Supercomputers, that's going to be a big one with AMD. Win. There's a lot, like I said, there's a very big win. Uber. We'll see how Disney is doing. Carvana is going to be a pretty big one. Once again, there's a lot. Coinbase is going to be a pretty big one. What else is a big one up there? We can see what the DraftKings are doing. We don't really follow them too much, but sometimes they move. But those look like the big ones on that list. So, yes, it's going to be a very big week. But Palantir is going to obviously make it. That's what's going to go on today. So that's going to be fun. All right, traders. So we're going to share that with you. If you're not subscribed to Instagram or TikTok or Telegram, X, we got that posted up there. So just make sure you like us, friend us, and share it. Okay, everybody? Let's get ready for the market up. Don't get ready to start and get ready for the open. Just don't get too cocky, too crazy. Remember, it is Monday. Even though we have a down market, a lot of bleeding on that watch list. We'll just, usually things will pop up, but let's not get too crazy. Remember, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays are the best days. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Everyone watching on social media, if you're watching recording or you're watching us now, take your phone right now as we speak. Turn the camera on, scan the QR code, top right-hand corner, and we'll get you in a trading room. We'll be here broadcasting all day, all right? We'll see you in there. Good luck, everybody.